Hello, Sheli Stone-Stenseth with Stone Sisters Organics. We're here with another Wednesday edition and we're cooking up some more pizza. And I am here with a very special guest, Carol Hefner. Now Carol is very special to me because she is a woman. When I was blessed to be part of the Oklahoma Commission on the Status of Women for a bit, I walked into that first meeting and saw her and I was like, I want to be like her.
No, I wanted to be her best friend.
Right?
Yeah.
So powerful, confident, of course gorgeous, but that isn't the first thing I saw. I saw this beautiful woman who had her stuff together and I thought, okay, I want to be her.
Well, you know,
Yes.
having your stuff together is maybe questionable on different days. Sometimes I do feel like I have it together.
Yes.
And then
well, you appear to.
Then the next day slaps me in the face.
Exactly.
You just never know. But that's part of being a woman, right?
It's life,
You're
yes.
trying to kind of just balance everybody and balance making meals and balance getting kids out the door and balance growing them up when they're really raising us.
So tell me, she has a special sauce that we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
Tell me how you got into the food business.
This is interesting. Robert and I have been world travelers, and so even when I was young, I mean, I was exposed to a lot because I'm half Lebanese. So, you know, in our culture, you cook or you got a problem.
Right.
So we learned early on to cook, and we learned flavors, and we learned different profiles. We didn't call them by those names. We didn't know to. And nowadays, it's really cool to be on a Mediterranean diet. But growing up, we were on the Mediterranean diet. We didn't know that it was all so healthy and so great, and it was so fresh and homemade and made with the right ingredients, and people were very discerning about what they put in their different dishes.
Why you look so healthy?
You know, I mean, I can't help but think that, you know, if you're raised that way from youth, you can start up a good diet as you get older, but it's really what's happened in your youth that keeps you there. And so I'm very grateful that, you know, God would decide that I would be born into this family. So it worked out well.
That's
but
amazing.
all that to say that, you know, food has always been part of my culture growing up. And then I met my husband, Robert, who had been everywhere in the world. And we, on our honeymoon, went to China for 3 months. So that was an experience. And we went to every different province in China. We were there for so long and tasted and did different foods that I'd never been exposed to. Now, I will recommend, do not eat bear paw, monkey brain, eyeballs, ox tendon. Some of these things just are not really edible. I don't even know. They just like to eat it. So anyway, that was an experience, but you know, textures, all of those things kind of played in. And then we were in Europe for a stint, and then we've just kind of been everywhere and tasted everything. But I always come back to Mediterranean because for me, the profiles are so varied and the textures and the layers are so many. And just there are different variations within different towns. You know, they do things differently. Some add one thing and some may not add that spice.
Right.
So it's very interesting, but
We've learned a lot.
yes.
A lot.
Now my husband lived with Argentine people because his family played polo. And so he lived with some Argentine guys in one summer. And during that time, he learned how to make a particular sauce. So we started making what's really a chimichurri. It's a red chimichurri. And it's specific to a certain region in Argentina. So we started making this and giving it out in wine bottles, which meant we had to drink a lot of wine during the year to get as many bottles as we needed for all of our friends. And so that was kind of fun.
Right.
So then we started filling the bottles with what we made just from his recollection of how to make it. And it got to be very popular.
And
So
what's it called?
Well, we named it Galimaro.
Oh, nice. I love
And
that
we
name.
named it, it's not really a word.
Right.
So we named it after our kids, Gabrielle, Alexis, Aaliyah, Iman, and Robert. And it made Galimaro.
I love that.
It
And
just
that's a
was-
great word.
It is.
Yes, it's beautiful.
And people go, what does it mean? I'm like, nothing, it's their names. And so anyway, it's a very
amazing.
exclusive name, very exclusive trademark, very exclusive profile. Has a lot of oregano, but the things that are in here are also stable, that the FDA did not give us an expiration.
Nice.
So, which is really cool, and it's great for back of the house, like restaurants, because they can keep them indefinitely and use them
And
whenever.
you have larger sizes too
We
for
do.
restaurants. I
We
love
do.
that.
We have a
Yes.
restaurant industrial size.
Yes.
And I really don't want to keep doing this, to tell you the truth, because I'm not really in the food industry. I'm in the
Right.
commercial real estate industry. You know, I have some influence in politics, Robert does geophysics work. I mean, we're doing so many other things. And then we're traveling and running after 5 kids, their spouses, and now 13 grandkids. So we're very, very busy.
Yes.
And I just don't have time for this so much anymore. But there are a lot of people who still want it. So I may be selling you the recipe.
Exactly.
So, but let's make
we're excited because
pizza.
she is going to tell us her favorite pizza that she makes with this. So this is the sprouted crust pack you get whenever you buy at the stores or online on Shopify at StoneSistersOrganics.com. And you get, I know, you get 2 crusts in it. So we're gonna take one of the crusts out and we're gonna
we
let
could
you
burger
go
it.
to town.
We could burger it, but we're not going
Yes.
to. We'll just use one. So I've opened one of these jars so far. You have to shake them up pretty well because they'll separate with all the olive oil and vinegar and different things that are in there.
Right.
But what I'm gonna do is, because it really packs a punch. This looks like a little bottle. You will never use a bunch of this bottle on any one product, whether it's
Right.
in meat
That's
or
nice.
in a dish.
Yeah.
You'll just use a little bit and it will change the profile. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to take a marinara, and I would say use any marinara, even just a tomato sauce. It doesn't have to be one that's already, doesn't have to be one that's already seasoned or
Right.
doesn't have to have much. So you see how much I have here,
Yeah.
which is almost the whole thing. I am not gonna use that much of this. I am just gonna use a wee little bit.
Wow.
That much, see that? Mm-hmm. And so that is going, now you could do this in chili, you could do it in marinara sauce, you could do it in hummus. It's fantastic in hummus. And it really makes a difference with just kind of punching up anything. You can use it as a dip. It's really good for wings.
Oh, nice. Ooh,
Great
I love
on wings. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of spread this around. And then what I'll do is I'll probably add a little bit more of the Galimaro.
Okay.
And spread it pretty generously, maybe a little bit of both. Maybe I'll do this.
Yeah.
Might be a little bit better. And then the other ingredients that we use on this pizza are going to be very Mediterranean inspired as well.
Love that.
And
Galimaro olives.
you're gonna really love this. It's very, very, very unusual. And we did sell it at Culinary Kitchen. We sold it at Uptown, and then Uptown sold to Reese's, and I just wasn't, still in the business as much.
Right.
But just to let you know, we have a load of this at my house.
Oh, good.
So we cook
Yeah,
with it,
just
and
let
we
us know.
use it. We're very exclusive at my house.
Yes.
We have it. So anyway, here's kind of what you're gonna do.
Okay.
And that's gonna make, you know what? I'm gonna have you smell
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah. You can smell it.
It is very,
Packs a punch.
there's nothing like this.
Right.
And I can't even tell
amazing.
you how, even the people over there came up with it, but it's quite something and very easy to use. They use it on goats when they're doing their outdoor spits.
Oh, nice.
And they
Okay.
just spread it over like cabrito, goat, or whatever meat
Wow.
they use. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use mozzarella cheese, because I really like this mixed with. It kind of tones down the punch, because sometimes this is a little bit spicy. Now I will say that when you are cooking with it, the heat, I'm talking about not the heat of the spice, but the heat of the temperature heat,
Right.
will kind of calm it down a little bit too.
Sure.
So there's that. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of the Kalamata olives. Some people call them Greek olives, some people call them zitoun. I'm Lebanese, we call it zitoun. Zitoun. I have friends from Lebanon who, when they say zitoun, you'll know what they're saying.
Right.
You go to some of these restaurants like the Nunus and the Medis and the Mediterranean imports, that should do it. And then this garlic is fermented garlic.
Fermented, yes.
Why don't we talk
Olive
about
My
that?
Pickle, that's the company, and I have just discovered them. And I wanted to add fermented foods,
Very good.
and it's easy because I don't love fermented foods, but I love their pickles, their garlic. I mean, and they have hot sauces too,
Oh,
which is
cool
great.
to know.
I mean,
Well, I'm going to say this about garlic though. If you're going to eat garlic, be sure that everybody who's with you is eating garlic too.
exactly. I totally agree.
Nobody is exempt. They all have to
Yes.
join in.
Yes.
And we'll put a little bit of red onion. I may chop up some of these or just break them. They're easier to
Yeah,
break.
good idea.
And spread those out. And you can kind of see how it makes it a fun presentation too, because you've got the white of the cheese, you've got the good, kind of a stronger, not a bright orange or red, and a little bit richer tone because you've got the Galimaro in it, which is a richer look.
I love a red onion on pizza.
Oh, I just already did that. I love red onion anyway. And I think it's, as you get older, you kind of start to want more
Right.
of a
Flavor.
of a variety.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, more flavor variety.
Yes.
But if anybody watching this wants to know more about Galimaro or wants it, my telephone number is 405-641-5302. You just call me. We'll chat a little, and you can just come right over and grab yourself some.
Right.
Or I will meet you somewhere and give you some. But it is pretty special stuff. And there are people who I was even shipping to New York.
Oh, wow.
And the shipping got to be quite a story. And I
shipping
got
is
over
tough.
it. I got over it real fast.
Yes.
And so they're not very happy because they're like, whatever happened? Why can I not get your product? And I'm just like, because I just don't do that anymore.
Yep.
Okay, so there we've got that. Now, I'm gonna put over the top the meat that I think is gonna really add something special. You can use ground beef, you can use skirt steak, you can use all sorts of things. You can even use chicken. I mean, chicken's great with this Galimaro taste too. But we're gonna use some chorizo. And chorizo is Mexican, Spanish Mexican. And you know, there's a difference in Mexico between the things that are Spanish and the things that are more native, what we would call like a Native American flavor here. But, okay, that's gonna do it, I think.
Okay.
A little bit more. Okay,
Perfect.
so that is basically the look. Now, the last thing I'm gonna say is on every pizza that I make, I always put cheese on the top. Because as it bakes, it's gonna look like that. It's gonna look cooked, but it's gonna look like that. If you put a little bit of cheese on top, it's gonna brown, and it's just gonna add to just a little bit prettier presentation.
Totally agree. Okay, you ready?
Voila!
Woohoo!
Beautiful. That's how it's supposed to look. The way it cuts so easily and so well.
I love this crust.
It's
Thin
almost
and
like
crispy.
a flatbread.
Right.
It kind of gives you that
Yeah.
same effect, which is perfect for Mediterranean.
Oh my goodness
Something
gracious. Look at that. Yummy. This is gonna be amazing. Carol,
Thanks.
I cannot wait to try this.
You might put some more things on there for yourself. Nope. Every little thing counts.
Right?
Every little item. You can put more items, as a matter of fact. You can just load it up.
Right.
I was just doing a smattering because
no,
we're
this is
doing it
great.
for a quick
This is perfect.
tutorial.
Cheers.
Cheers. So much fun.
Yummy. God. That flavor.
It's
It
crazy,
adds
huh?
Just enough. Yes. So good.
It really is so good.
Yeah.
If I do say so myself.
Yes.
On your crust, if you do say so
Right.
yourself.
Yes, if you want the crust, StoneSistersOrganics.com, or we're in Crest and Whole Foods in Oklahoma. But you can get it nationally, so get on the website and order.
I can vouch for it.
Yes.
Fantastic.
And call her with the sauce.
Call me, you got my number.